Hello, everybody. I'm just gonna do. I just got a little bit of free time, and I feel like we're gonna get some volatility. So I haven't really done any real charting today. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just really quickly update my chart, and I thought it might be nice to share with you live. I'm not gonna speak a lot. I'm a little bit limited on time, so I'm just gonna go through some charting, and I hope it helps you guys. Get a little bit in my head in the way that how I update in these kind of situations. So I'm gonna mute my microphone, put on some music, and then ultimately, when I kind of have an idea of what's really going on, then I might unmute my microphone and elaborate a little bit. So have fun. Cheers. Wow, I didn't notice that. It just literally swing failure this. Well, wouldn't really necessarily say that that's like a significant high, but it did. It just wicked through that. That's crazy. Oh my god. That's perfection. Sorry about that. If I made your ears bleed. I got a little bit annoyed by the noise that my sound made. So, I've had a really long day because I had to stand up super early this morning, 5 o'clock my time. So I traded a part of the Asian session. And to be really honest, not gonna lie, I could have traded this better. I didn't trade it necessarily super bad, but my timing was pretty much off, and I mean, gotta admit, I kind of broke my own rule. So I started fishing for a short, which was a little bit too early, I reckon, because we literally just pushed up by another $200. At the moment, I'm now pretty much set at around break even, so it's not like a total lost cause. And yeah, I have a super clear invalidation right now. Which gives me like a hard stop loss set. Like, so basically the way that I look at it, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's a little bit of strange price action, to be really honest. I haven't really been close to a PC today, and the times that I have checked the price, it's just a little bit weird what's going on for some reason. Not really sure how to place that. So I am in a short, but it's not like really like a it's more like a hedged short kind of thing. So it's not really I wouldn't say an official day trade or something. Actually, I prefer to stay out a little bit because I'm not entirely too sure how I would like to trade this, because it just really feels like a gamble. The signs are there for a potential top on Bitcoin to be in right now. But there's still no confirmation. The thing is that gold is dumping, basically. ES is kind of like, for some reason, a little bit doing its own thing. And the SPX is also, I've been watching in the train a little bit on how the SPX reacts, and for some reason they're not in the same sync as that they're usual. So I'm not entirely sure what to make of that. So in these situations, yeah, and ETH is also dropping, so that the thing is that everything at the moment points that Bitcoin should drop, but it's not really dropping. Like, not really. Maybe it will in a second or in an hour, but at the moment it's not. So I'm really debating. I have been watching and looking at this rise to short it. So if this is a top, then I am still looking to actually short this. But what do I want to see? Well, I guess losing this monthly, coming back into this range is locally a little bit bearish, I would say. But ultimately, I think I just painted out a region on the Bybit chart. This red region is basically something like a region between the global value area high of the entire chart and the value area high of this entire range. So I would say this is more or less of like a region, like a 10,500-ish region. I would say if price actually gets back into this region, I guess what's really important there is to watch its reaction. Because if we actually start getting, like, if we actually are going to get back into this range, it's definitely not bearish, and then I would still class this as a wave 4, I would say. So implying that we're gonna go for a further downside. Although we went a little bit higher up than I would have liked it to be, so technically this can still be a wave 4. Yeah. But maybe it's not even over this correction, you know. So alternatively in terms of like an Elliott wave count, we could also actually have entered I don't know, like given the context, it's kind of like a weird place for this to be a complex probably I'm for many of you, I'm really not making any sense. So the thing that I'm doing right now, I'm literally just thinking out loud on what this Elliott wave could potentially be. It's impossible for me to, come to a final conclusion, but something that I'm or debating that is possible is that this was actually a W, and we're now actually in some sort of an X wave that would actually allow us to come up all the way here if bullish. So that's a potential, and that would still be a short ultimately. Also basically just judging for the volume, like this rise is just not really convincing to be bullish yet. At the same time, price is simply holding important support levels as it stands, and it actually also flipped it. So that is what really gives off like extremely mixed signals at the moment. It hasn't really broken any support yet. Like the global markets that are typically correlated with Bitcoin are not really giving Bitcoin a reaction at the moment. So it's really difficult to really make a plan from here on out. So I would really say, like, let the market show its hand. Get back into this region, and I'd be interested in a short. Clear out this high and actually hold this, like this 10,950 region. Backed up by some actual volume. I would say then I would probably look for a long. I don't know, it's just really difficult to long this. I don't know. I just really don't feel comfortable longing this. Maybe I'm stuck in a bias, and because I realized that, I just decided to just let the market show its hand first before making a decision. Sometimes this happens, and if there's uncertainty in the market, it's really just best to stay out and, preserve your capital. Like, no trade is also a trade. And this is definitely, for me today, this is the case. I remain in a short for now that I already had on, but I'm not here. I'm not looking to add anything here. I'm not looking to enter into a new trade here. Just gonna wait how this plays out. Maybe we're even just going to form a new range here between these two levels. It's also even a possibility, right? Simply extending this range. So then potentially what you could say is, that would be funny if that's actually going to play out, but that's really difficult to say right now. So we had kind of like this channel here, what you could say is this channel is now extending to here, for example. And then that would make sense because this region would also correspond a little bit like with the middle of the channel and the lower part of this range. So that is something that simply have to wait for how that plays out. But that is, yeah, actually, now that I think about it, it is actually a real opportunity, a real possibility. Nevertheless, I've updated my chart with some levels. If you really insist on scalping this, first of all, I would say good luck, trade sensibly. But if you really want some levels, you could be looking at this previous consolidation range here. There's a CC lining up really nicely with the point of control in the middle of it. So that should form some sort of a resistance. It hasn't been really hit yet. So there's still potential for like at least a wick inside of here. And then it's basically a matter like, do you reclaim this monthly level afterwards? And I would say you can scalp along going for yet the 618 of this entire downwards movement, so to speak. That's something you could look for, but I myself, I'm not going to trade it like that. I'm simply going to wait. Just setting alarms here. There's nothing else that I feel like doing here really right now. So I'm simply going to set alarms. Yeah, that's my plan. Reclaim this upper alarm. Let's say, what is it? 9,030. Give it a little bit of leeway. This alarm goes off. I'm interested in monitoring the reaction. This alarm goes off, monitoring the reaction. Anything that happens in between for the moment, I'm just simply not interested in trading this. yeah, that's really all I have to say, really, at the moment. That's my update, I suppose. Let's see if there's any questions. I have a little bit of time left, so I can answer some of the questions. What about a swing failure pattern of the last high to go down then? I don't know. Could be. But if Bitcoin is going to follow the general market, such as gold and the dollar, then I think it's pretty unlikely for that to swing failure. It's just really too uncertain. There's really no telling what it can do. Yeah, it's a possibility. Yeah, definitely. Do you have any comments on Igor's chart he just posted? Yes. Where did Igor post this? See, I haven't really been very active in the chat today, so all right. Oh yeah. Sweet. Nice spot. I think I also have that one marked out on my chart, actually. Yeah, nice one. Yeah. Igor blocks always works. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so there is confluence for this to be a top, but it's just really too early to say. So therefore, I prefer to just wait until probable setup place. And also, like, another conflicting sign, I think that's a nice closure, is the fact if I simply look at open interest. So the thing is that open interest has been following the move steadily, which is definitely not really bearish. So that also kind of leaves me a little bit in not necessarily doubt, but in cautious is the better word, I would say. It's just really not clear. You know, like we had this, right? This is a volume chart, so the market structure looks slightly different, but basically the information that you get is exactly the same. You know, on the entire rise, we actually had longs opening up all the time, and in the consolidation ranges, we actually had open interest declining again, which is, in case of a bullish trend, what you want to see. The only thing that really is lacking is actual volume. So yeah, that's what I have to say at the moment. I see in the corner of my eye, enable your replays. Yes, I did add a replay, and thanks for the, what is it, lemons. Very nice. I enabled the replay, so you can rewatch this video for, I believe, 48 hours from now on, after I closed the stream. So I hope this is insightful. I hope this helps you a little bit in making your own decisions. I hope that you're also aware that taking no trade sometimes is also a trade. Just no need to short this high. There's really no confirmation, so it's really a gamble at the moment. So either I would wait for actual support to be lost, you know, closure below these lows in this region, backed up by volume, and probably at first a decrease in open interest, because a ton of longs are going to be stopped out. But if open interest recovers fairly quickly afterwards with shorts instead of longs, yeah, then it's much more confirmation on what we might do. But right, as you can see, we're literally now just hovering around the monthly. Dollar looks pretty strong today, to be honest. What's gold doing? Just consolidating for the moment. So it's kind of like a matter, is this gonna drop any further? Yeah, and just basically see how Bitcoin reacts off of that. The thing that makes me really cautious is just doesn't react like it usually does. So that's just makes me think like something's going on, and then I'd rather observe rather than participate. With that, I think that's a nice closure of this stream. whoa, I already am streaming for half an hour, so I really need to go. Thank you guys. I hope it was helpful, and see you guys later. Cheers. Bye bye.